Hi guys, Superfly here bringing you a new video. In today's video, we're going to talk about the Goalkeeper playstyles and why you should be running some over the others and what they do. And yeah, we're going to have a little bit of a discussion about it, okay? So comment down below the playstyles you are running. If you've had problems with certain ones, if you agree or disagree with me, just let me know. So have a little chat in the comments. And yeah, before the video starts, make sure you give it a like and a sub. We are on a push for 10k subs. I do appreciate all the support you've all been giving me. And yeah, let's have a little chat, guys. So guys, as you know, my Goalkeeper build, I'm running close down, and I'm also running the far reach because of my height. I've also got the incisive pass, ping pass, long ball pass, deflector, cross claimer, and footwork. Now, why am I using these for my build? Okay, that's what we're going to talk about first. Because I'm using 6'2", far reach is going to help me because of my height. For those outside the box long shots or finesse shots, it's going to help me get across much easier, make those top corner saves using the far reach. Now, the far reach only triggers from shots outside the box, okay? So if you are not conceding goals from outside the box and you know how to save them and you're a much taller goalkeeper, you don't need far reach on. Only if you understand positional play and when they're about to take a finesse shot, you can, move over and you can cover that shot. There's going to be times when you are in a perfect position and the game will still let you concede that goal. And that is just something that goalkeepers have had for a long time now. We've just got to deal with it. This is why I'm running far reach, okay? So that's number one, far reach. Why you should, why you shouldn't use it, and why I'm using it is because of my height. And again, if you're a much taller goalkeeper, you can still have it on if you're struggling from outside the box shots. Now we move on to the 1v1 close down. Now this one, guys, this works and it doesn't work, okay? I've got it because I'm small. My acceleration and sprint speed at being 6'2" is already at 76, I think. But in competitive, the amount of times that the ball is played back and forth inside the box, or there's a little pinpoint through ball that goes right in, I want to try and get off my line as quick as possible to close that gap, because the strikers in compet, they've been playing it for a while, they know how to finish. So I want to try and close that gap as quick as possible to help close the area size between me and the goals. Okay, so that's what it's good for, to get off your line quick and close that gap. Now, this is where the problem comes in with running this build, where it doesn't always work. As you can see on the right hand side, unique reflex / anticipation save animations. Now what that means is that when they take the shot, when I'm rushing out, my goalkeeper is supposed to make different style animations to save those close trajectory shots towards my body. Now it doesn't work. You could probably hold Y 10 times, okay, in a game, and you might save 3 out of the 10 shots. And the animation that you get using this close down is terrible. Your goalkeeper will run out and you will just slide on your knees with your arms out wide. A lot of the times the shot just goes through under your arms or just goes over you. It's so bad. Even if the striker hasn't even shot the ball and you're holding Y or triangle to rush out, your keeper will still slide, even though the striker hasn't even shot the ball. The moment your keeper gets close, your goalkeeper will just slide. It's a problem that's been in here now for a good few years. The close down on the rush is terrible. So this is why it's good and bad, because the close out to get to the striker is really good, but then the save animations you get from it are terrible. Sometimes you can pull off a nice save and it works and you feel great, but a lot of the times your teammates look at you like, what are you doing rushing out, when it's not your fault. But I use it because, like I said, I want to close the gap down as quick as possible, and I try and leave go of the rush. So I leave go of Y or I leave go of triangle before they shoot, and then I try and flick with my right stick in the direction. And usually if the gap is close enough, I will flick down on the right stick, because flicking down on the right stick, even though you're playing on manual, semi or assisted, if you flick down on the right stick, because you are so close to the attacker, the game will trigger a assisted save, and flicking down on the right stick will really help you. If they are running on an angle towards the near post, then you want to obviously come out from the near post and close that near post off, and then the only option they've got really to score is the far corner. So you can risk by flicking left on the left stick, on the right stick, but again, you know, they could shoot near post. It is very overpowered this year, but I'll leave that down to you in decision making. I would flick down on the right stick for really close one-on-ones. I feel like it helps me out more than guessing left or right. Now we move on to the other play styles, okay, for the goalkeeper, the silver ones first. We're going to look at Deflector. I was really excited when I heard this. Deflection goals have been in FIFA since forever. It's always been here. Wasn't as bad years ago, but since like FIFA 18, the deflections has just got worse and worse and worse for rebounds and things like that. It's crazy how many rebound goals are scored in competitive, in just clubs in general, even Ultimate Team. It's just flooded the game with deflections. In every game, I can guarantee you there's almost a deflective goal. Like, it's crazy. So the reason why Deflector is in silver and not Playstyle Plus Gold is because it doesn't work enough. Even when it was on Deflector Plus, the amount of times my keeper would save the shot and it would just push it to the same place when I had other playstyles I could be using that could help me out a bit more. So Deflector is an absolute waste of time. It's so bad. Unless they bring out a patch for it right now, it's not even worth running. It's so bad. Obviously, you've got it in the silver, so it can still help you, but it's so bad. You're more than welcome to try it in Playstyle Plus and let me know in the comments if you've had a different experience with it or if it's just me. Personally, it doesn't work. There's not really much to say on this. I give a little description on what it's supposed to do. So the Deflector, it's supposed to give you unique animations for pushing or deflecting the ball with saves and regular deflects. Now let's break this down. A unique animation for push deflect. What is a push deflect? For me, maybe that is a shot that's directly at you and you can't hold it because the shot power. So instead of just like pushing it like, you know, back into the penalty area, you keep it might push it up into the air so you can, you know, recover it. Is that what a push deflect is? Because you also have a dive push deflect, which is what I would assume the rebound goals are usually scored from, where you make a save and the ball will bounce across the goal to another attacker, or, you know, you make a save, your keeper takes 10 years to get up, and then regular deflects. I don't understand. It's too much. Like, what is happening here? Like, what is a regular deflect? What's a push deflect? I understand what a dive push deflect is, but what are the other ones? Surely, you know what I mean? There's just so much going on there. I think EA just put something in the game here to just make it look like they did something. It actually does nothing. I did tell EA this playstyle is a waste of space. It needs to get removed. Let's carry on reading. Increases the ball out speed from deflections and improves the probability of deflecting to safer areas. Again, it doesn't push it to safer areas. Very rarely, maybe 1 out of 10 shots it might do it. It's crazy. And then the speed out means, you know, how fast the ball will travel after you've made the save, how fast the ball will leave your hands to that area. So the ball will be much slower, which gives you more time to get up and recover the ball. Let me know in the comments if you've noticed this has worked for you, because for me it hasn't. There's times when it does, but it's not worth more than the other playstyles that I have currently in the Playstyle Plus. Cross-claimer, this one will work. It does give you extra bonuses for claiming shots from corners, crosses. I don't think it's good enough for a Playstyle Plus, but I do think it's a good one just to have, and as a goalkeeper, you should have it on anyway. If you have this as a Playstyle Plus, I don't really see the point of it, but let me know in the comments if I should be using it as a Playstyle Plus, if you've got it and you think it is more beneficial than the Rush Out, because there's about 3 here that I am question mark on what to put on, and I'll talk about them towards the end. So the description for Cross-claimer, unique punch animations. You don't want that, guys. The punching in goalkeeper is terrible. It really is. How many times over the years have you seen goalkeepers come out with wide to punch the ball and it's gone into your own net? Or you've done the Superman punch, which is back this year. I've had it a few times, the Superman punch, which could be triggered because of this playstyle. which has resulted in goals. It's funny when it comes off, but it's such a stupid animation. I hate it. Increased hand strength and ball out speed from punches. So again, when you punch the ball, you'll punch it further away. Prioritization of punch animations in contested ball scenarios. So again, if you're on a corner and you're coming out for it, your goalkeeper will give a better animation for punching a ball to get through a block of players. Don't believe this. It's not going to work. It is terrible, okay? You don't want to be coming out to punch balls. It's stupid. This triggers punch animations. You want to catch the ball from corners, not punch it. So putting this into the Playstyle Plus, you're going to trigger a lot more punch animations, which will result in people on the edge of the box having then a free shot in goal because you've come out to punch a ball. You don't want that happening. But let's continue reading on. And increased speed for coming out for crosses. That is pretty good, the speed to come out for crosses, but usually you should be able to read if a cross is going to happen. If the guy's running down the wing and you got a striker coming into the box or a guy running in from backstick, guys, you've been playing FIFA long enough to know there's probably going to be a cross coming in. So you got two options. You can either, if it's just one striker in the box, you can either manually move out into that penalty area and get ready for the cross, but be prepared to run back to your goal in case the winger shoots, and you don't need the cross claimer for that, okay? Or you can read the play, come back onto your line in the center of the goal and be prepared for the shot. And if he takes it down onto a touch, then you can hold Y and rush out real quick to try and close the gap and make the save. Cross claimer, I don't think it's good. You just entice punching of the ball, which can result into, again, shots from outside the box with you being out of your goal or punching it and instead of catching it. And the benefit from catching the ball is you could set your team up for a counter attack. So yeah, this is why cross claimer's on, but it's in the silver playstyles, not as the Playstyle Plus. But it is a decent one to have on for corners and things like that. Now, footwork. Now, this is one of the big ones again that I have been changing back and forth with rush out, because they've taken out quick reflex perk, which I think was absolutely crazy for them to do that. In an ideal world, guys, I would run rush out and footwork. That's what I would play as. But footwork never triggers it. Oh my god, it's worse than the rush out. It's so bad for me, at least. I hardly ever save shots with the foot, and maybe the reason that I'm about to tell you is why, but I'm not sure. But footwork, guys, the whole point of it is for you to save shots with your feet. It's a no-brainer. Yeah, when you compare it with the rush out, it would be nice if you could rush out with Y, and when you're so close, and instead of the ball going through your player and you keep making a save, the footwork will trigger for the shots that are so low to you, and you'll make a foot save. But it doesn't happen. That's with that combination. If you just have the footwork on with, let's say, the far reach, and they shoot, how many times do people shoot with a low driven shot? How many times? Somebody comment below. How many times have you conceded to a low driven shot? It's hardly ever, right? There's top ins, people are full power in shots, it's finessing it, Travella, it's hardly ever it's a low driven shot. So the footwork only triggers from low trajectory shots, and you don't get them that often. And even if you do, you've got to heavily rely on this triggering, which it doesn't. I have had a couple of foot saves which have been nice. The animations are really nice when it happens, but it doesn't happen often enough. Again, for headers, unless it's, the header down into the floor, you don't save, them kind of headers. It's such a good play style, but it just doesn't work. It really doesn't work, which is sad because I would love to run this play style. I think it's such a good play style to have, making saves with your feet, them near post ones where you can get down and just bang with it. But nobody shoots with the low shot, so that's why it's in the silver. It's not good enough to be in a Playstyle Plus. Again, comment down below if it is working for you. If it's things that you need to do to help trigger it, let me know, because I don't know. All right, and the description for this is exclusive foot save animations and increased performance against low trajectory shots. That doesn't mean low as in waist height. It means low as in on the ground, where your foot can slide across the floor and get the save. That's what it means by low trajectory shots, not waist height. So, and how often do you see those kind of shots? Hardly ever. Never happens. All right, so again, footwork is in there for that reason. Now, and then moving on to the last one, which I don't actually have on, is the far throw. How many times, guys, have you tried throwing the ball to the right mid and it locks onto the right back, or you've gone to throw it and the attacker is running back to try to intercept that throw and they get a head on it or they get a foot to it and it doesn't make it over that attacker. It happens all the time. You try and throw it over them. And even with the Playstyle plus far throw, it still does the same thing. The lock on with throws is so weird. Or how many times have you gone to throw it and it rolls it instead of throwing it to like the right back? So bad. Like, so I've taken that off and I've put on the long ball for that reason. And then we got ping pass, which is, you know, if somebody passes me the ball, I can ping it to the wide players or into the DM with RDNA, nice and quick. And then we've got the incisive pass, which again, combine that with the through ball pass, it helps the through balls get more accurate with a lot more pace and things like that with the curve. It's so good. So this is my playstyle breakdown of what I think you should be using, why you shouldn't use it. Comment down below what you think, because right now, again, a lot of you always ask me in the live streams and comments, what playstyles, none of them working. None of them work this year, guys. We have to make do with what we got, and right now the only ones I feel like work is the far reach works. The cross claimer one will work, but you'll be left punching the ball all the time. The footwork doesn't work. Deflected doesn't work. The far throw is useless. There's so much goalkeeper playstyles here that could be really effective, like competitive or small man clubs, but unfortunately none of them work. The only one I feel like that's consistent enough is the far reach. Rush out is really good, but there's the other part of the rush out. It's the saving part of the rush out which makes it bad, but the actual closing down, pretty good. And it's more effective than the footwork because you can make saves more often using this than you would with the footwork. But let me know in the comment section below what you guys are running. But yeah, make sure you give it a like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. So peace out, guys.